Hey there, welcome to Eliza's Spa. Earlier you'd said that you wanted everything done. So I'm going to go for a deep pampering treatment today. So we're actually going to start out just doing a few things to get you feeling relaxed. So I want you to just sit down right there. Good. Breathe in and out a few times. If you've experienced anything stressful today, now's not the time to think about it. No ruminating over anything. Just enjoy the feeling of getting taken care of. So I want you to feel really present in your body so you can enjoy the feeling of everything being cared for. You're going to breathe in. Feel your chest expand as your lungs fill with air. You can feel your belly expand too. Good. Today might have been hard, but you're at the spa now. It's all going to be okay. One more time. So even as you breathe here, I don't want your breath to feel high in your chest. You see how as I'm breathing here, it's kind of going up and down. You want to feel it more low in your body, more towards your belly, breathing through your diaphragm. If you were laying on your back, you'd be able to kind of push out your stomach almost as you breathe. It may not look the most dignified, but I promise you will feel amazing. You'll get more oxygen in your body and feel more relaxed. When we get nervous, we tend to breathe higher in our chests, and that kind of makes the anxiety spiral out. So breathing through low in your chest and your belly. All right. So I'm just going to start out now with brushing out your hair. So we're going to do a little bit of a scalp massage and a scalp treatment. This will help your hair to grow nice and thick and healthy, and it'll just feel really good. I'm going to start out by getting out any kind of tangles. All right, so you can turn your head kind of to the side. Good. Nice. You have beautiful hair. Should feel really good on your scalp too. This brush has really nice kind of bristles, little caps on the end that feel almost like a tiny scalp massage every time it brushes against your head. That type of motion is actually really good for hair growth as well because it stimulates blood flow to your scalp. And that allows the hair follicles to get more oxygen and therefore your hair to grow. All right, show me the other side. Here we go. All right, a few loose hairs in there. Good. Your hair looks very healthy. Did you get it trimmed recently? Very good condition. All right, so we're just going to give it a tiny bit of a spritz now. This is a deep treatment for your scalp. There we go. So that's my own patented brand. A few kinds of vitamins. It'll just help to give your scalp a little bit of extra TLC. This is a little brush that will help a little bit more. You know what I said about stimulating blood flow to the scalp. So this is really good at doing that. These little pointy bristles here will help to massage any parts of your scalp that aren't getting quite enough blood flow or oxygen at the moment. That's also another thing that stress can cause, or even just, living day-to-day life activities. Any kind of tension there causes tightness in the muscles of your skull and can sometimes cause a little bit less oxygen and blood flow in your scalp. So we're going to take care of that today. Liza's going to fix you. All right. So I'm going to just use these. This will also help to massage the vitamin treatment a little bit more deeply in. So I'm going to start kind of at the crown of your head. Tiny circular motions. I'm going slowly, almost like in a spiral motion. A little wider and wider. And then starting to go down the sides of your head. Down the left side. Down the left side more towards the front. And more towards the back. Right about here. Kind of getting right at the base of your skull now. Right about where your skull meets your neck. It's a place where a lot of us tend to hold tension, especially because we're always looking at our phones. That area can get really stiff. So I'm just massaging that right out. I bet you didn't even know how good that would feel. Good. All right, and getting that other side, more towards the front. And towards the back. Good. All right. So I'm just going to get in there now, my hands. I'm going to work a little bit of my magic hair serum throughout your hair, and then just give you a little bit more of a deeper scalp massage. Help relax any of those muscles, especially, I'll show you on me, right about here. I'm gonna do a little bit of extra work right there. All right. I know it smells so good, doesn't it? It's kind of a vanilla smell. Little notes of amber. Tiny bit of orange blossom. All right. I'll spray a little bit more. Good. This is a little serum that'll help your hair to have some extra shiny, healthy happiness. All right. So I'm just going to work this through, starting at the top of your scalp and kind of getting around the back of your head. There we go. And right above your ears. Kind of rub it in circular motions there. There we go. And up towards your temples. And now I'm just going to brush it through to the ends of your hair. Very good. All right. Now just to make sure it's kind of evenly dispersed, we're going to comb through it. There you go. That should feel really nice. Your hair is super happy right now. Other side. Very good. Nice. You are an absolute champion at relaxation. Great job. All right. Just gonna work it through the very ends. And you're gonna wrap your hair up in this towel. Should feel nice and cozy warm. This towel is fresh out of the heater. Good. All right. And now that we've got your hair kind of tucked up and out of the way, we can get started on some of your facial treatment. So the first step that we want to take is getting your face nice and clean. I've got a special cleansing brush just for that purpose. So in day-to-day life, there's all kinds of pollutants that our faces get exposed to. It's just the nature of things, no problem. I'm gonna help you clean that up right now. This is a special facial cleanser that I'm gonna use. It doubles as a moisturizer. So I'm going to use this tool. It has these little bristles that'll kind of help to draw out any kind of impurities in your skin. We're going to start right at the center of your forehead. I'm going to use pretty small, gentle motions. Nothing too rough or harsh that'll irritate your skin. I'm going to kind of work outwards and then down your nose, out the sides of your cheeks, etc. All right? There you go. Stick your head out for me. I'm going to start right at the center of your forehead. And almost towards your hairline, out towards your temple. Just going to clean that whole area. We're going to use some really fancy treatments on your skin today. So I want to make sure your skin is primed to absorb all of it. Getting the other side of your forehead. Good. All right. Getting the space now right between your eyebrows and working down your nose. And then from your left eye, or rather the bone around your left eye, right underneath it, I'm gonna kind of scrub there. I don't want to go all the way towards your eye socket area, of course, because the skin there is very thin and delicate. And also, I don't want to get any cleanser in your eyes, just right beneath that area. So from your nose out towards your cheekbone, gonna just brush it down all the way out towards your jaw and then down to your chin. One more time. Good. And same thing on the other side. It feels good to be taken care of, doesn't it? And until your head back just a little bit. I'm going to get actually under your jaw. Make sure your neck is nice and clean too. Sometimes the neck area gets ignored a little bit, but it's just as important. All right, so scrubbing from your chin all the way back towards your ears. Good. All right. So now I'm going to use these really soft bristles, and these will just help draw out anything that these thicker ones might have missed. So they're very fine. So I'm going to use pretty much the same route, starting right in the middle of your forehead. Good. And just, these bristles are so soft. Enjoy the feeling of it. And other side. Gonna make sure to clean out. Even in your eyebrows, there's lots of little bacterias and just build up, sweat, things like that. So you're gonna make sure to scrub that area. There you go, nice clean eyebrows. Feels surprisingly great, doesn't it? Awesome. Get your cheeks. Good. And nice and clean. There we go. All right. So we're going to follow that up with this pink clay deep cleansing mud mask. This is detoxifying. So I'm going to squeeze this out of the package. It's a really pretty pink color. And it smells amazing. This has a mix of healthy oils in it that are good for your skin. It's also a good toner. It has Dead Sea salt. And it'll help to draw out anything else that might be lurking within the pores. Kind of cleaned off the surface now. Any kind of dirt and things like that. But especially if you're just kind of exposed to pollution day to day, like, you know, we're all human beings in the world, and we are. This will just help to take care of that a bit. All right. So I'm going to just kind of spread this. And we're just going to rub that, starting in the middle of your forehead. I'm going to skip over the eyebrow area here. Got that pretty much clean enough. All right, and then pat it on your cheeks. And then on the nose, right around the edges of the nose especially. A lot of people can get some clogged pores there, so this will really help out. And then on the chin. Get along the jaw, on the right side and the left side. Good. Smells like roses. All right. So we're just gonna let that sit there for a little bit. And as the mask is drying on your face and soaking in a little bit, you're gonna return to that breath. Remember kind of breathing from your belly. You can leave your eyes open or closed, whatever feels the most comfortable to you. All right. Now you're going to shut your eyes and leave them closed. I have some cooling eye masks that we can put on you as the mask is drying. So these will go over your eyes. They're just out of the freezer. They've got a gel in them that freezes for a good while. And it'll just help with any kind of puffiness, dark circles, etc. Again, it's another area where sometimes we don't get as much blood flow as we'd like. So this will just kind of help out with dark circles and puffiness, restore a little bit of circulation and blood flow to the eye area. So starting, from this bone towards the brow bone, that's the area that we're targeting right now. So you can tilt your head back. I'm gonna put this on your right eye, this on your left eye. It's a tiny bit chilly, I know, but it's really soothing. And I think that especially with the warm towel and the warmth of the spa, that little bit of coolness feels so good. So just breathing, enjoying the smell of that rose face mask, the warm towel around your head, the cold masks on your eyes. You've not a care in the world right now. Breathing in and exhaling. Very good. All right. So I'm going to now start to remove the rose clay mask from your face. Going to spritz a little towel. And we're just going to gently buff it away. There we go. And your skin underneath is so squeaky clean right now. Little tiny circular motions. This is a super fluffy towel. It's got almost a microfiber type feeling, so it shouldn't irritate your skin in any way. Very good. Awesome. I really love just helping people get to feel their very best. I think it's something we all deserve. All right. Very good. So we've got that initial mask treatment now off now. Now it's time to moisturize. So I'm going to use, before we do any of the regular moisturizer, this little serum. This has some vitamin B in it, and it should help as well with some collagen production, which aids in elasticity for your skin. And if there is any sort of irritation, this will help to soothe it as well. All right, So I'm just going to pass them on, and I'm going to use a new brush. And I don't want to rub it too much. I'm just going to kind of tap it on. I want to especially get the area in the center of your forehead. A lot of people tend to hold a bit of tension here. This is a super intensive moisturizer. It's got a nice dose of hyaluronic acid, which sounds scary, but I promise it's not. It's very good for you. All right. It's not super scented, but it should have a really nice sensation. It's kind of like a gelish texture, but not too thick or sticky. All right, gonna get the bridge of your nose. Any areas that get a lot of sun, I wanna do an especially good job of getting some hydration there, just to balance that out a bit. All right, brushing this up along the cheekbone. Same on the other side. I'll take those little eye masks from you. Thank you. All right. Good. Get the bottom of the chin. And I want to make sure to get a good amount on that neck area. Sometimes people neglect the skin on their necks, and we're not going to be like those people. We're going to make sure you look and feel great and glowing inside and outside. Very good. All right. So now just to kind of help seal that in, I've got a super intensive moisturizer. So that's the way I like to do it. Is have a nice serum and then seal it in with a good moisturizer. And close your eyes. Gonna just trace this right above your eyebrows, and I'm gonna actually press a little bit hard as I do this. It shouldn't feel uncomfortable though, because my hands are nice and slippery. This is gonna give almost the massaging type effect. There we go. Nice. Any tension that's in your eyebrows right now, you should feel it relaxing. So I'm going out along the edges of your forehead and then up. Almost up to the edge of your hairline. Good. And now I'm going to start at the point right at the bottom of your orbitals, your eyeball bones. So right about here, I'm gonna spread the moisturizer. Good. And then just going down bit by bit, making little kind of rainbow motions. There we go. Making sure we just coat along the face. So I'm going to actually do almost like a pressure point gua sha sort of massage along your face as I do the moisturizer. So I'm going to start right about here and then just press up and along your cheekbone all the way up towards almost at your ears, and just really work on those cheek muscles. Smiling, talking, laughing, chewing, frowning, all the kinds of things we do throughout the day can just cause a little tension in those muscles. So I'm going to really press with the ball of my thumb and use that moisturizer to help my thumb sort of glide along your face. Good. I always want to go out towards the edges of your face. So if there's any kind of puffiness or tension, it's going away from your face. You might even notice almost a more sculpted effect from it. Good. All right, and I'm going to do the same thing now right under your jawline. So starting with the pads of my thumbs right under your chin, and then I'm going to press all the way back along your jawline with the moisturizer. All right. Just gonna re-sanitize real quick. Add a little bit more moisturizer. And here we go. Ooh. I know, your jaw is a little tense. Yeah, I hear that. I get a lot of tension in my jaw too, which is why it's great that we can massage it out. So starting right at the point of your chin and going up and out. Always up and out. Good. Awesome. And then we're just going to go along the edge of the neck, and then I'm going to actually get the top of your collarbones as well, if you're okay with that. Great. All right. So I'm going to spread some of the moisturizer on your neck. Good. And then starting from the center of your clavicles, I'm going to press pretty hard here. Not so hard that it hurts or anything, but this will also help just with any kind of built up fluid, any kind of tension here as well. Sometimes the muscles here can even get tense whenever we stress, breathing high in our chests, etc. Our shoulders creep upwards, and it adds a little bit more tension here. So we're just gonna relax all of that. I'm gonna press pretty hard. You should almost have a sensation of your shoulders broadening. There we go. Good. All right. You can even roll out your neck a few times. All right. And you can unfold. So I'm starting from almost right under my ear. Feeling the muscles relax a little bit. Letting your shoulders drop. You can even time your hands to the rhythm of your breath. And then when you're ready, same thing on the other side. So kind of stretching out your neck and getting that moisturizer nice and in there. No rush whatsoever. You're going to take as much time as you need. All right. Good. And now you can turn around, and I'm just going to get a little bit of moisture. Make sure it all is on the back of your neck as well, because we don't want to neglect that. I'm just going to take the same pads of my thumbs, and I'm going to just massage into this spot right here. Just a little bit. I don't want to press too hard with the pads of my thumbs just because that'll hurt my thumbs. So I'm doing it pretty gently. Good. All right. So you're going to take your hand and brush it along your arm. Stretch out your own arm. Let that shoulder drop. See how much lower that one is? Same on the other side. Good. All right. So we've got your face nice and facialed. I just want to make sure that we get your eye cream as well. It's very important. So I use a different type of cream for the eyes than I do for the rest of the face. Like I mentioned earlier, the skin there is a little bit different. I've got this brush to apply it. So this is a really cool eye cream. You should notice a difference pretty much right away. It's intensive moisturizing. It smells incredible. Watermelon scented. And it's pink. All right, shut your eyes. So I'm not going to put it directly on your eyelid, but just above. So starting right underneath your eyebrow, and I'm going to spread a little bit throughout the orbital area, and then on the little half moon shape beneath your eye. So right under your tear duct, and then all along the edge of that bone. Okay? Close your eyes, starting with your left eye right under the eyebrow. All right, and now you can choose to keep your eyes closed or look up. I'm going to get right under your eye. For myself, I definitely get dark circles there. So I really like to have a super good eye cream. Like I'd mentioned and keep harping on, blood flow is pretty important. And that helps get rid of some of those dark circles. So this will help invigorate the skin in that area a little bit. Any hollowness or puffiness should help really even out. Good. So that should be spread pretty evenly right now. You can just close your eyes. If any of it feels like it's a tiny bit too thick in any spot, you can use your fingertips or even your knuckles. And I don't really like to rub the skin here. I like to tap it because the skin is so sensitive. You can just kind of tap it in there. Just shut your eyes. Enjoy that feeling of being freshly cleaned and moisturized. Just the right temperature, all the good smells. You're going to sleep super well tonight. And when you wake up in the morning, you're going to look in the mirror and be like, who's that? I really hope you enjoyed your stay at my spa today. Hope to see you here next time.